if I say factor this, this means that there's two things that, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to start taking phones away. All right? So, Gabe, put your phone away. Okay? Jackson, put your phone away. Okay? All right. So, what this means, there's two factor. If you see an x squared in here, again, this is kind of different than what we've seen because instead of this being a 1x squared, it's a 2x squared. So there's different things that can go here and here. So like x might go here and 2x might go over here. And then there's lots of different combinations for here, like 3 and 4, 2 and 6, 1 and 12, plus and minus, all those kinds of things. So there's another way to kind of deal with this, okay? And this takes the form of ax squared. This is called standard form of a parabola. Ax squared, I should write it. Yeah, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay?
Is this like the general rule?
This is like the general equation of a parabola. Okay? And there's a trick. Okay? The trick is to when I learned this, I had to guess, okay, I'm going to put a 2x here, an x here, and then I have to put numbers here, and figure out, kind of do a bunch of guessing until I get the right answer. But this term here, so this is the first term, this is the last term, and this represents the outer term plus the inner term. You understand that? These two together add up to the outer term plus the inner term. So first term, so if I multiply this times this, I get this. If I multiply this times this, I get this. But this one is the sum of this times this and this times this. So you have to figure out how all that works out. Well, there's a trick, okay? And the first thing you do, you multiply a times c. I'm going to give you some steps. Multiply a, I'll make it little a times c. I should have done a little a over there. I'm going to erase it, okay? You multiply a times c, and then 2, you find what? Find two numbers that multiply to a times c and add to, guess what? To b, okay? So for instance over here, okay, I'm going to, and I like to do this, I call it the diamond problem. I make a little x. Did I show you guys this the other day?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a little x, and up here, what's a times c in this case?
2.
What's 2 times negative 12? Negative 24. I'm going to put that up there, okay? What's b? Looking at this form and this form, what number is b? 5, okay? So now what I have to do is figure out two numbers that multiply to this and add to that. Anyone know what those are?
-3 and 8.
That is correct. Okay?
That was fast.
Yep, it is. It's 8 and -3. So that takes some practice, okay? So this is really the only kind of guess and check that you have to do. Now here's a hint. If this number is negative, one of them has to be positive and one of them has to be a negative, right? If this number is positive, either they're both negative or they're both positive, right? And then like if this number is negative and this is a positive number, you know that this one's got to be bigger than this one and so on, right? So there's some tricks you can put. Okay, but that's not what goes here and here, because 8 times -3 does not give you 12. So what you have to do now, the reason I put that box on the board, now you make the box. 3, make the box. Make the box, okay, where this might represent the outer and inner, okay? So I'm I'm going to make the box. Where's the box? Box, box, box. Is that the box? Box. Ooh, there we go. So here's the box. And in that box, I'm going to come up with in here, I'm going to put 2x squared. Okay? And over here, what goes down here? Negative 12. And these numbers are what go here and here. Okay, so you put 8x in one part of the box, not 8x squared, sorry, I missed it. And negative 8x goes there, and then negative 3x goes here, and then you do what we did on the board. Okay, you factor out from here. What comes out of here? What can I pull out of both 2x squared and 8x? 2x, okay? 2x times what's going to give me 2x squared?
X.
X.
Oh, X.
What goes down here?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. What goes up here?
4.
And then you're done, okay? So what, I'll show you, go ahead, yes?
I'm confused how you got 8x and
I used this process right here. I said I multiplied A times C to get negative 24. Okay, don't ask me why it works. It just works. Okay.
It works.
So I multiplied 2 times negative 12.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
3 times C.
That goes at the top. This is A times C right up here. Okay, this is B down here. Okay, this is like the outer. So this is like your first term. This is like your last term, right? This might be your outer term, and this might be your inner term, or the other way around. Doesn't matter. Okay. And then I factored, so the fourth step is to factor the box. Factor the box, and then rewrite, okay? Rewrite as the product of 2 binomials, okay? Binomials mean they have 2 terms, okay? So this product, this is 2x minus 3 up here, and then this is x plus 4. And if you check it, you should really check it, but this times this gives you 2x squared. Whoops, I messed up, didn't I? 2x minus 3, right? 2x minus, get in there. 2x minus 3. So this times this negative 3x, positive 8x, gives you your 5x, right? Negative 3 times 4 gives you negative 12. So this is equal to that.
Yay.
Yay?
Yeah.
It's kind of a long
It's
process,
long.
okay? You're lost. So we'll do a couple more. You'll get the hang of it, okay? So, but the other way you could do this is guess and check. That's the way I would probably do it, because I could do a lot of multiplication and thinking in my head like that. But if you want a methodology that'll work every time, this works, okay? Yes, B.
In the future, will we learn more simple method to solve this besides guess and
No.
check, or is this the only way?
That's really the only, other than using the quadratic formula. But the quadratic formula is really complicated, and there's lots of, well, it's not super complicated, but it's more, there's more places to make mistakes, and it's messier, okay? This, if it actually factors, quadratic formula you use if it doesn't factor, okay? We'll talk about it, okay? But this is kind of the best way.
When would we learn quadratic formula?
Later on, and it's later on.
It's not that
Okay.
complicated.
I'm not sure if it comes at the end of this chapter. No, so let's do another one. Here we go. Let's do it in green. I like green because I don't know why I like green. Okay, so 4m squared plus 8m plus 8m plus 3. Okay? So I could spend, like, if I were doing this in my head, I'd say, well, I either put a 4m here or an m here, or maybe it's a 2m here and a 2m here, and then I got to figure out, okay, 3 or 1 or 3, I don't know which goes where, right? So I'm not going to do all that because, because it's, what's that? I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Wait, so these are races?
No, yeah, because I was just guessing, okay? So now, I'm gonna find out up here in my little thing, I'm gonna put A times C. What's A times C?
12.
12. It's not that hard, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Yes?
Half that.
What goes down here, Ben?
8.
Do you know what two numbers go here and here? That's an easy one.
6 and 2.
6 and 2, okay? 6 and 2 go there. So now I make the box, okay? Now I make the
I
box.
have to use the box.
Yes.
Well,
Like the other thing.
if you get, you don't have to use the box, but I think it helps, okay? What goes here? So this box, this box represents this expression, okay? So the 4m squared goes here. This part of the expression goes here, right? That's 3. The 4m squared goes here, right? The 8m goes here and here, and this is how you split up that 8m, okay? So it's 1 is 6m, and 1 is 2m. Get it? Okay. Now I factor out those things. So what goes over here? What goes here? Very good. What goes up here? 2m. What goes down here? 1. What goes over here? 3. And now you're done. See? So you get 2m plus 3 times 2m plus 1. Because if I just did guess and check, I wouldn't know if this were 4 and 1 or this were 1 and 4. And there's 4 different combinations you'd have to try, or maybe more than that. There's 4 different combinations. But if this has more than one factor, you could have like 20 different combinations you'd have to try. And there's plus and minus signs. It gets more complicated than that. Okay? So we're going to do one that involves a negative sign now. Okay? There's other methods that Mrs. Voss is using. There's one called the Indian method.
Whoa.
And
That's racist.
no, it's called the Indian method because some guy from India developed it. Okay, not that one. Okay, and there's another. But this is kind of, I think, the best way because Indian method I found confusing. Okay, so we're going to do one that involves a negative sign. Okay, okay. So 3. No yawning. 3a squared. Remind me to give Ben a couple of points. He's on it today. LA plus 10, 11a plus 10. Okay. What goes? Someone else. What goes at the top of the box? 30. Okay. What goes at the bottom of the box?
10.
No.
Negative
11. Okay. So here's a trick. Okay. If they multiply to a positive number and add to a negative number, what kind of numbers do they both need to be? They both have to be negative numbers, right? Okay. So what are they?
Negative 6 and negative 5.
Negative 6 and negative 5. You get it?
Wait,
Yep.
what?
Yeah.
You
Oh, wait,
understand?
oh.
Okay. Negative 6 and negative 5?
You do
Okay.
6 minus 5 equals
Right. So now you make the box.
Sorry. Didn't see.
Make the box. Go on.
I get that one.
Then I'm going to let you try one on your own. A second. 3a squared, 10,
3a.
negative 6a, negative 5a, doesn't matter where you put there. What can I pull out of here?
Yeah.
3.
Yes.
Wouldn't the bottom on X
What?
No, because this is b. This is a times c.
but on the one before that, we had the last one. 3.
Did I do the last one wrong?
Oh, fuck.
No.
No, the middle term was h, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So this is b, right? This is a times c and this is b.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So what can I pull out of here?
1. You'd have to pull out 1 because you
No, I can pull something out of 3.
3.
It's
Yeah,
3A
from
minus
this row,
5,
right?
A minus 2.
3A.
That's the answer.
What goes up here?
One.
A.
Plain old A. What goes here?
-2.
-2. What goes here?
-5.
I wrote it down.
-5.
I already got
So,
the answer.
so what you have is,
3A minus 5,
How is
A
that
minus
right?
what? How's that right? 3A minus 5 times A minus 2. Watch. If I FOIL this, just to show you, two first terms,
Wait, does -6A, -5A have to be in a specific spot?
no, no, those are interchangeable. You'll still end up with the same answer.
Okay.
Okay? So if I FOIL that, two first terms would get 3A squared. The two last terms would give you +10. The two outer terms would give you 3A. The two inner terms would give you -5A, right? -5, whoops, outer terms gives you 6A, sorry, right? -6A, I messed up. But -6A, -5A make your -11A, okay? 3A squared minus 11A plus 10 is what it comes out to be. Isn't that cool?
No. Get a guess.
Because, like, if I didn't know that, I would have had to say, well, I know 3A has to go here, I know A has to go here, then factors of 10. Well, does 2 and 5 go here? Does
Yep.
1 and 10 go here? Does 1 go here and 10 go here?
But then they
Does 5 go here and 2 go here? Do they have to be positive and negative, negative and positive? You know, so there's like tons of different combinations that you'd have to try in order to make it work. If this has more factors than just 2, this just has 2 factors. But if you get something up here that has like a bunch of factors, like 8, which is 1 and 2, 2 and 4, or 12 or something, like if this number were 12, then you have a whole bunch of factors for here, and you have a whole bunch of factors for here, and you have like 36 combinations you'd have to try or something. Yes, ma'am.
Is there a way to do it without the box?
Without the box.
Having the diamond but without the box?
The diamond without the box. You want me to show you that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to do the diamond without the box, let me see if I can remember. This is called the Indian method. Okay.
that's what it's called.
Okay. You want to know that? I gotta see if I remember the Indian method. Okay. The Indian method goes like this, I think. Okay. You put the 3A squared. Where do you put the on the top? And you put the 3A squared on the top here. And then on the bottom, I don't remember. That's why I don't like the Indian method, because I can never remember what it is, okay? And then minus 6A here, and minus 5A here, and then what do I do? Cancel that out. This gives you,
That seems complicated.
that cancels out, and I get A2. Ah, I think I got it. And here, this cancels out, and this becomes 3A minus 5. That's the other way to do it, okay? So, yeah, that's the Indian method. So for the Indian method, what you do, okay, let me remember. It's just a little more confused. So let me show you the Indian method. Watch, okay? So if you get to this point, okay, you put the 3A squared on the top, okay, of both of those. And then you split these things up just like we did. You're really doing the same thing, minus 6A and minus 5A. And then you cancel things out, okay? So if I have to cancel, an A cancels out of here, and I'm left with an A, right? And this A disappears, right? So notice I have 3A minus 6. That's one factor. 3A minus 6. See there? There's that factor. Wait. Oh, no. The 3, sorry. The 3 cancels with the 6 and turns that into a 2, right? Sorry. So I get A minus 2.
Okay.
There's one of my factors. See it?
Oh,
Okay.
knees.
And then the 3 and the 5 don't cancel, but one of the A's cancel, yes? And so on the other factor is 3A minus 5. See?
That is so much easier.
Oh, yeah, that's easy.
Do you like that
That
method?
is
No, I
way
don't.
easier.
I like the box.
No, the box is easier.
However you want to do it is fine, okay? So let's do one where you try, okay? First, let's try this one, okay? So you guys, you try, however you want to try it, from scratch. You try 5x squared, 5x squared minus 9x minus 2, okay? So try to factor that. What's with the minuses? I don't know.
Can we just make it pop?
No, I did not get the Indian method. I
Okay,
used the box.
use the box. Okay, let me just show you the Indian method because it's kind of easy, right? What goes up here? What goes up here?
10.
Negative 10. What goes down here?
-9.
Negative 9. Now, here's another thing. You have to think, okay, this is negative, this is negative. So this tells you that one of the numbers has got to be negative, one number's got to be positive in order to multiply to a negative. What are those two numbers?
Negative 10 and 1.
Negative 10 and positive 1. And then, if I were doing the Indian method, I'd take this term, 5x squared minus 10x. Doesn't matter which you put under which, okay?
That makes so much sense.
And then the other one,
Why messed up?
you put 5x squared, same thing. 5x squared over 1x, right? And then you cancel things out. What cancels from the top and the bottom?
5 and the 10.
5 goes away, right? And this turns into a 2. And that x turns away. So on the top, all I have is an x minus 2. So this becomes x minus 2. Okay? This x cancels with that x. That's all that cancels. And I have left on the top. My other factor is 5x plus 1. If you like that, do it that way. If you don't like that, do it the box method. Okay? Box method, just to show, okay? Box method is a little cleaner, right?
Yes. It's
Okay.
cleaner.
You have, so 5x squared goes here. You're really doing the same thing. 1 goes, what goes here? Negative 9.
Yep.
And then negative 10x. And then 1x, right?
Wait, where do you get negative 9?
Yeah, it's negative 2.
From here, that's b.
Wait, what?
Oh!
Yeah,
sorry.
no.
What?
You're Ron, I'm Ron.
What again?
Negative 2. Factor out of 5, x minus 2 plus 1, right? So either way you get the same answer. Okay? We'll do another one, but we'll do one more, but I want to show you something first, okay? Sometimes pull out a GCF first, okay? Please stop. Yes. What?
What was the Indian guy's name?
I have no clue. Okay. I have no clue. We could look. I think it was. I don't know. So 24m squared plus 2m. Last one we're going to practice on. Okay. If you see something like this, okay, what common factor do all of these have in common? 2. So you don't want to try, you could try doing the cross and then the box, but notice you're going to have some huge number, okay? Not going to be pretty. Still, you're going to get some pretty ugly number here. Well, what can I pull out of both of these? 2, you said that, okay? 2 times 12m squared plus m minus what? 6, okay? Right? Because 2 times this gives you this, 2 times this gives you this, and 2 times that gives you this. Okay? Now, so what goes at the top of the cross up here?
72?
Negative 72. Okay? What goes at the bottom?
1.
1. That's not too bad. You have to know your times tables. What multiplied at 72 and add to 1,
9 and negative 8.
which is positive 9, negative 8, right? Okay? Dakota, phone gone. I thought you asked me to do another one. Or is that Katie? Okay? Okay? Then let's just finish it up. Okay? Finish it up.
This just makes it even more confusing.
What makes it more confusing?
Can't we just do it the other way and still get big numbers and work with that?
12 and what do you mean?
Yes, she is.
What can I pull out of here? Hey,
2
3 what?
M.
3m.
Oh, wait.
3m times what gives you 12m squared? 4m. What goes down here?
Negative 2 M.
What goes over here? 3. Okay? So altogether, this thing factors to 2 times, right?
Yeah.
4m plus, you have to rewrite the whole thing, 4m plus 3 times 3m minus 2. Okay? And that's how it works. Okay?